Hi, I've given this bit of Fabriano a good soaking. Probably too much. I'm just testing out a new Asda small Mister garden spray. This is not really a great one. It's not for painting, and it tends to spray a bit too heavy. But anyway, picked up a good tip from Alan Owen. We were chatting on the phone earlier. We both got these Masterson Stay Wet palettes. It's a large one, and what he's done is suggest that that's my Cotman watercolour palette with a damp sponge. The sponge is probably just a little bit thick, but oops, sorry. So I'll just pop the lid back on that. I've also ordered a cheap plastic palette with all the paint bits and pieces, where you can squeeze your paint into any number of little compartments. It's got a thumb hole in it, all for less than £5, including postage. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. So I'll put that on the floor. I'll just readjust the camera. I was thinking of doing another estuary scene, Lancaster type scene that I did yesterday. Now, I'm not a boat painter, as you know, and I lifted my boats from one of the online sites, and somebody suggested paint your photo as a copyright free area. I have used it before, because there are a lot of times when you want a bit of a nudge in the right direction to do a painting. And I know a lot of you paint my sort of stuff, and Stephen Cronin. So what I thought I'd do is to try to do another estuary. I'll put a sky in on the paper. I'll use the hake for the sky because I'm used to that. So a bit of cobalt. I've got ultramarine. So this was yesterday's paint, but you can see that it's drying. It's working quite well. Let me come down to the horizon. Let's put some in the water down there, and we'll put a bit of red on that horizon, or sienna. I haven't got any any red squeezed out. Just a limited palette really. So let's just come across there with get a bit stronger sienna. We'll see where we go with this. And I'll put a cloud going in. I think I will use, excuse me a minute, just a little bit of light red I think. Now I'll use some cadmium. I've got this old Reeves red here, vermilion, so we'll put a bit of that out. Reeves vermilion, yeah. So we'll mix out a bit of cobalt and put that in as a cloud. So cobalt and red. This is a nice bit darker up there. Underneath the clouds, just a bit of shadow. Oh, that'll do. I'll reclip. Now the rest of it I'm going to do with the mops. It's hard for me to get away from using the hake. That's a brush I sort of made my own over the years. First started using them 25-30 years ago when Von Ranson started to publish. We were all mucking about with little squirrel brushes with metal ferrules, you know the type. Can't afford to say what. Right, okay. I'm going to just dry that. Oops, turn on. Okay, that'll do. Right, now I'll use this, well, I've got 3 mops here now. No, I've got 4. Look, 4 mops. 3 the same size. That one there is a Pro Art number 6, got a lovely point on it. That's a Isabi French squirrel mop that I bought years ago in France. That's a beautiful brush. That's a number 6, but it seems to be a bit heavier than the Pro Art, but it's more expensive. That is a goat hair mop from Pro Art, and that's really good. It's got a bit more body in it. And this is the smallest one I own. This is a number 4 Pro Art. I haven't used that much yet, but I will. But Alan's going to send me a photograph of his 00, one of these, so I might look for that. Okay, so we'll put a bit of a background in. Looking landward. This would be somewhere sort of Brancaster way. Looking from the salt marshes onto the land. And we'll put in a bit of green, let's get a bit yellow, bit of Payne's grey, no, a bit of burnt sienna. I'm using more cobalt because it seems to give a good range of greens without the hookers. But I want the warm green, just touch it in along the horizon. Let's get a bit darker there. And that. See, these are the Payne's grey is Cotman. The burnt sienna, I think I'm sure it's Jackson's. Just putting this colour on the back, on the distance, a bit more blue in there. But mixing burnt sienna with the burnt sienna with the Paynes, well not with the Paynes, with the cobalt, you get a nice dark, so it's as dark as ultramarine, but it's on the palette, so I'm using it. Okay, so we'll just go down there with a bit of burnt sienna and a bit of yellow. Look at that. These are the artist qualities. Jackson. This is a sort of a study piece really. Right across there. Just a bit of a background. And we'll put a bit of green, dark green in there. Darken the green with burnt sienna. Oh, you need a bit of Payne's grey for it. So let's just put in something along here. See, this brush, it's not floppy like the squirrel. Horses for course, but then the squirrel mops were made for French polishing, not for fine art. This is fine art. Right, let's just get a bit of dark in. Here again. If you want thick paint to show, or paint to show over a wet wash, you've got to do it quite thick. Right, we'll just wet that a bit and just have that a bit more dilute. We're going off into just a bluey green. Okay, that'll do. Quite like that. Alright, so let's get some more on that horizon there. Okay, so that's a passable sort of backdrop. So now I want to put in some sienna. There must be lemon yellow in that as well. and a bit of grey, just greyed off a bit, and we'll just put some green on the top of that. Try and work out decent colours. And the umbers and paints, the umbers and, or the umber and raw sienna, burnt sienna, mix very well together. But that's a Cotman colour, nice and dark. So we just okay, that'll do. Got a nice green to go on the top, a darkish green, so yellow. Payne's grey, let's see that. Quite very strong, that cadmium yellow light. Right, let's just get that on. Let's run that in. And we'll just put some water onto that. Just get that spreading. Now this is Fabriano. Right, let's get some strong burnt umber now, and a bit of Payne's grey. Shadow. Good bit of sienna in there. Right, and we'll take that green over to there. A bit of the umber. You need a cloth to drape. Oh, I was watching, is it Daniel Davis? Oh, I can't remember. Australian artist, Dave. Oh, sensational painter. Wow. If only. David Taylor. Try not to avoid this too much. Just make that into one, that'll do. Drop in some of that colour down here. And that cloud reflecting in there. Right, let's do something on the other side. Right, that green, let's see if I can brighten up the green a little bit. Right, now sienna. Darker green, I think. Right, I'm not going to clean the brush every time. Just want this dark. Now, because we're looking landwards, I can put in things on the horizon. I can put some dodgy trees or stunted trees in the marshes, but I have to let that dry first. I got a message yesterday or overnight about the one yesterday that it's my boat's like a lot of other artist painting boats. Was rather, The boats looked as if they were going uphill slightly. And, well, I'm not a boat painter. You need to study them, and I'm living in landlocked London. There's not a call for boats around here. If you live by the sea, then of course you can see these things all the time, and you can study and sketch them. But I have to make them up largely from various sources. Right, okay. We'll get a bit darker there, I think, on the outlines. Needs more brown in it. The shadow in there. This Fabriano is not too bad. I want to just put in. I'm going to reflect the sky better than that, but I just want to see if I can get some little reflections in. It's dry today. Clean brush, bit of clean water. When that's a bit dried off a bit, I'll put in some sky reflections. Okay, now I want to do a bit of a tree there now. So I'm going to go on to my. This is a number 4. The hairs are quite short on that one. That's my new one. That's got a lovely point on it. So we'll do some trees, some sort of trees, a bit more water on that brush. Oh, that's okay, let's get a bit of light coming from there. Let's just get that in there. And a bit of shadow on the other side. Okay, so they'll be coming up from closer inland. We'll do one on the other side. It's all a very gentle, dry brush. Okay. Right, so trunk, so it's just a grey sort of trunk. Clean the brush. There's a nice grey. There's a bit burnt up. There we go, that's pretty great. Oh, let's just put these up here. A bit darker there. Probably a little bit windswept, but at that point. Okay, and then we'll have some coming up here. A bit darker. I'm just using palette dark, or as Ted Weston would say, filth, the 9th colour on the palette. Okay, so let's put in some greens, some dark greens. Payne's grey, yellow, bit of sienna, warm it up. When I say sienna, I mean burnt sienna. I haven't got, I've only got the cadmium yellow light. That red I've only used for the bit of sky. cobalt, burnt umber, Payne's grey and burnt sienna. So it's quite a limited sort of palette. So I'll put a little bit of detail on that horizon there, some here. Right, let's get some real good dark on there. So this is just a practice piece really. Well, no buildings on there. There will be, I'm sure, but right now, bit of dry brush. I'll just get that dark cloud. And just on my head. And just put a bit of cobalt on that, under there. Okay, so what we could do is put a few little masks in. So with the hake, get it nice and flat. Just use a bit of Payne's grey, I think, and a bit of blue. And use the brush, the palette, to get a nice knife edge. I will just gently just dry the brush a bit, it's just a little bit wet. Okay, so that's just a little bit of detail there. Put a bird or two in the sky. With my little get them low down. Okay, so that's our practice piece for marshes. It's good to have a go at these things. It's the trees are a little bit naff, but we're looking from the sea inwards, so I'm not going to do any more to it than that. I hope you enjoyed that. That's just just using a very limited palette, plenty of burnt sienna umber and Payne's grey. I think probably they could have been doing they could have been a bit warmer with the more burnt sienna, but hey, it's a painting. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye. Oh no, I'll put a mount on it because it will look infinitely better with a mount. So the blue mount, I think. So there we are. It's quite a simple little picture. I'm really going back to yesterday's one, more rural. I just call it salt marsh. It's not particularly Norfolk, but it could be around Essex, around Mersey, which I know. Alresford Creek, Wivenhoe, the Colne, going into Colchester. Lovely salt marshes there along the river, the Blackwater Estuary. Okay, that'll do. Bye bye.